Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to briefly talk about something that's super important in the woodworking shop, safety. Safety should always be the first thing on your mind when you're in the wood shop. And today I'm going to share some of the things that I do in my shop to keep myself safe and some essential safety tips that every beginner woodworker should know to stay safe in the shop. So let's get right into it. Tip number one, always wear your safety gear. This includes eye protection, hearing protection, and a dust mask. Your eyes, ears, and lungs are precious parts of your daily functioning, and woodworking can be tough on all three of those. Safety glasses protect you from flying debris from your tools. Ear protection reduces the long-term hearing loss and damage that you can receive from all of your loud machinery in the shop. And a dust mask and respirator helps reduce harmful dust entering your lungs. So those are the three main things that you should be wearing in the shop. It's not the coolest look, but if you want to be doing this for a long time and not do unnecessary damage to your body, I think it's a pretty straightforward thing to do. Tip number two is one that I personally believe in wholeheartedly, and that is that a clean shop is a safe shop. Reducing clutter, tools laying around, piles of dust in your shop is one way to ensure that your shop is more efficient, first of all, but also a lot safer. You aren't having to step over tools on the floor, trip and slip around in dust, and this ensures that you're a little bit safer in the shop. And also, a big factor for me is efficiency and knowing where all my tools are at all times, because they get put away at the end of the day. So if you have a shop, take 5 to 10 minutes at the end of each day and do a quick organize, blow everything out or sweep everything up, and that will make sure that you stay safe and really also improve your efficiency in the shop. Tip number three might be obvious, but use push sticks. Push sticks come in a variety of shapes and sizes. This is the one I use for my table saw, as well as another one that I push through when I have thinner stock. But I've grown to like this, even though some call it flimsy. Keeps my hands farther away from the blade, and even though I have a saw stop, it's still a smart thing to be doing. This is my push stick for the jointer. It rides on the back of the piece and has a lip so we can push things through the jointer without keeping our hands down. There are also push pads and other push stick designs that you can use for different machinery, but this is just a smart thing that we should be doing in the shop to keep our hands away from spinning blades and dangerous components on our machines. Tip number four is don't wear loose clothing or jewelry in the woodworking shop, especially when it comes to a lathe. You can easily get wrapped up in the spindle, and that can turn into some terrible things, especially on a commercial scale where those machines can really just do some terrible things. But this tracks for all your other tools as well. It's easy to have a sweatshirt string get stuck in a blade or something like that, and that's just not smart. Personally, I wear a silicone ring. I still do wear that in the shop because I believe that would rip before it would pull my hand into anything else. But don't wear any loose clothing or jewelry in the shop. And tip number five is one that I think is most often underlooked, and that is your mental state in the shop. If you are rushing, you're stressed, or you're angry, this can distract you from what you are doing at hand. And for somebody that makes furniture for a living and uses my tools on a day-to-day basis, the intensity or the severity that these tools are dangerous kind of subsides a little bit as you become more comfortable with them. And in moments of anger or just trying to be as quick as possible as you can in the shop, you lose respect for the machine itself, and that's when you can make mistakes. And just like that, you can change the outcome of the rest of your life. So if you are angry, if you are frustrated at something that's been going wrong in the shop all day, if you are trying to be super fast or rush in the shop, I usually like to step away from my machines That doesn't mean end my day of work, but do something that isn't going to require working on some sort of machines until I'm back to a place where I can get back onto my machinery. It's just not worth it if you aren't in the right headspace to be working on machines that can change the rest of your life. And for a bonus tip, I'm going to tell you about these little blocks that I have put in my shop this year. It's just a simple wooden block with magnets on the bottom that live in front of every single one of my tools that have exposed blades, sharp blades, or dangerous, more dangerous than like a planer or something. This tool lives in front of the blade, and before I go to use the tool, I have to manually pick it up and move it. And if I find myself rushing, if I find my mind wandering or anything, this step allows for me to center myself before I use the tool. I am actively picking up this block, moving it before I go to work on the machine. And so something as simple as that can really bring you into the moment and remind you that you need to focus and keeps you safe. So I have them on all of my tools, and I've really found this to be something good to have in the shop just for the longevity of staying safe in the shop. All right, and there you have it. Those are 5 tips plus the bonus tip for how to stay safe in the shop. Simple things that we think about on a day-to-day, or that if you don't know and are new to woodworking, would be good to learn. So even if you're an experienced woodworker, it's good to remind yourself of these things and just constantly be aware of how to stay safe in the shop, especially if you're a professional, because any incident can be detrimental to the rest of your career. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed or got anything out of this video, please like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. I have several projects that have been filmed and I'm working on editing, but we just hit the busy season, so I apologize for the late releases, but we will be growing more on this channel, and I thank you for watching to the end. So thanks everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.